on monthly basis and even on weekly basis. So we are appealing to the government, we are appealing to the Senate, we are appealing to the House of Rep members, we are appealing to the executives. They should come and look into this road and make sure they fix it, or else we the Nigerian students, we are giving them our road that we will not stop until they give us attention.
Whether they like it, it's a must. We are not ready. We are not
Yes, this morning we're following event as it is happening right here in Umuahia, the capital of Abia State. For those of you plying the Umuahia Ikot Ekpene road, there has been some blockage by protesting students of the Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike. They are protesting the deplorable and the bad state of the road of Umuahia, Ikwuano, Ikot Ekpene, of course, leading to Akwa Ibom State. And they are saying that enough is enough. Some of the placards they are carrying presently, the process is ongoing. We understand that the students are moving towards the government house right here in Umuahia, the capital of Abia State. We will be speaking to our correspondent who is presently monitoring the protest and, of course, following events as it is unfolding, and also looking at the bad state of the road, what the government is doing. I'm talking about the lawmakers representing covering that axis, talking about Umuahia, Ikwuano Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, and also some of the lawmakers, of course, representing at the federal level. What they are doing, is there going to be a remedial work anytime soon? Has there been a remedial work, and what is the status of that road since it has been awarded in 2016? These are some of the issues that we formed the conversation this morning, as we understand that unfortunately a student lost her life on that road. A student of Michael Okpara University of Agriculture lost her life on that road yesterday to a trailer that failed brake, and the student are saying if the road had been good, it shouldn't have led to students losing their lives, because that will not be the first incident of that nature occurring on that road. As we await our correspondent joining us this morning from that axis, of course, as the students are advancing towards Umudike Junction and also going to Government House in Umuahia, the capital of Abia State, we have Samuel Ogbonna is joining us all the way from Ikwuano. Of course, he's going to tell us where he's talking, because he's also along that axis of road which has gone so bad, the deplorable state of that road leading to Ikot Ekpene. Samuel, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform on Flow FM.
Good morning to you, Michael.
Oh, thank you very much for joining us. Samuel is our correspondent reporting from Ikwuano local government area. Can you bring us up to speed on the status of that road that led to the student protesting this morning?
Michael, I'm beginning to develop cold feet of talking much about this road, because you can recall that before now, severally Rural Matters, Rural Matters has severally been on this road, and since then nothing much has happened on this road. Yes, of course, the protest is ongoing currently as we speak. And as I talk to you, I am along Ekebeji, heading down to Umuahia. Every part of this road has been bad. Are we talking about the Ahieke axis of this road? Are we talking about Team City? Are we talking about Umudike? Are we talking about Okwe? Are we talking about, Awomuku? Are we talking about every portion of this road has been very, very bad, and there has been much loss of life and property on this road. Of course, we have already highlighted it, what happened yesterday. A loss of life of a student of a fishery department 400 level who lost her life yesterday on that road.
Okay, Samuel. It might be difficult to paint a picture very well without pictures, of course, without videos. Of course, this is radio, but I would like you to go into details. How the students what they go through in getting to school every day, especially those of them living outside the school, those of them living in the capital of Umuahia. Of course, driving through along that road, going to school, I understand that it should be 10 to 15 minutes drive from Umudike Junction.
My brother, is very bad. Not even only students. I mean, market women and the people that fly this road. They are coming from all the way from Ariam to Umuahia. Every part of this that I have reported has been very, very bad. And if you see the cost of transportation here, formerly it used to be 500 naira from here to it used to be 200 naira, 250 from Awomuku or Ariam to Umuahia. But currently, if you don't have 2,000 naira in your pocket, you cannot come from Ikwuano to Umuahia. And sometimes, even myself, I have lost a recorder on the water boy on that road. I mean, it's so appalling. It's not only students. I mean, many of them have lost their lives. Many of them have missed lectures. Many of them, there is trouble. I'm telling you, people cannot come out, especially when it is raining. You better stay where you are. You cannot even come out from where you are or thinking about going to work. I mean, a lot of things has happened on this road and on a very bad reasons, my brother.
Quite unfortunate. We will return to you as event unfolds there, Samuel Ogbonna. Thank you very much for bringing us up to speed.
Before you go, I have the community.
Okay, great. Just a moment before we reach out to TC. Yes, a community leader will be speaking to us from the community. Yes, Samuel.
Yes, he was also instrumental in our rural matters, reportage, and he's here. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yes, good morning to you. What's your name and your designation, please?
Yeah, my name is Chief Ozon Anarada from Ekebedi, Oporo. I'm a community leader.
Okay, great, Chief. Thank you for speaking to us this morning on the platform on Flow FM. Can you bring us up to speed how the deplorable state of Umuahia, Ikwuano, Ikot Ekpene Road is affecting the business activities, of course, the daily activities of those in Ekebedi?
Honestly, from Ekebedi, Awomuku, Webila, we are cut off completely now. We are cut off from Umuahia. Even what happened yesterday was a student lost her life. And the spot is this morning. So for us here now, we cannot access Umuahia or even Umudike. There was rain 2 days ago. If you go to that road now, particularly Okwe, we have more than 20 vehicles there now that fell into a big gully. It is no longer a gallop. They are now gully on the main road. Big gully. But the only vehicles that can is this Dangote vehicles that are following that road. Dangote vehicles. More than 100 pass through that road to Ikot Ekpene. Because of the nature of the vehicles, they can wade through that muddy water and get through
and maneuver their way out.
Yes.
Okay.
And the youth here have done some palliatives, but those Dangote heavy trucks have spoiled the road. So there's nothing. We are just cut off completely. So and my people here cannot afford the transport cost now.
What have you done as a community beyond the palliatives you've done on the road? What have you done? Have you reached out to your lawmaker? Have you reached out to the state government, Abia state government, for some palliatives to be done? I'm sure that would have helped to some extent before getting to this state.
Yes, our rep, Samon Igbo, had told us that the construction work would resume after the rain. But we need some kind of... I think the rain is stopping. There is no point palliative by this stage. We have suffered a lot. In the next couple of weeks now, I think rain will subside substantially. So we are in regular contact with our rep, and he is trying. Our senator, Oji, we have not heard from him on this road at all.
All right.
But Barrister Obame
Yes.
is writing to the presidency, writing to the ministry, holding talks on his own initiative. And he's making effort, great effort, to attract attention of the authorities to this road. All hands are on deck, but I think the road has been awarded for 13.4 billion, and the contractor started work, and all of a sudden ran away. Up till now, we don't know what left. When we want to know how much of that money had been paid to the contractor, so that we can meet the contractor and force him back. But if we don't know how much given to him, and if the contractor said nothing was paid, the peanut was given, there's nothing we can do about it. So we are making effort on our own to make sure that we get them back on site.
Okay.
But we are hoping that
these are some of the questions we will ask Representative Simon Igbo this morning. He will also join us on the program.
yes.
All right, Chief. I want to really appreciate you for your time this morning, due to time constraint. But we will definitely stay on this story until something is done on that road. Thank you very much, Chief, for speaking to us this morning. Yes, Sam.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you. Thank you very much, Samuel Ogbonna, for speaking to us also this morning and bringing us up to speed.
Thank you. I will keep you posted as well.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, we will reach out to Temple Barra, TC Barra, our correspondent, who is somewhere along Umuahia Ikot Ekpene Road. We understand that the students are advancing towards the government house right in Umuahia, the capital city of Abia State. And also, they blocked the Umuahia Ikot Ekpene Road. You know, that road is very busy, and the business activities on that road has been shut, of course, due to the protesting student of the Michael Okpara University of Agriculture. And they are saying that until they are addressed, they will not leave the streets of Umuahia until a government official, maybe governor, should address them this morning. They will not leave the street. Of course, we're following that, and we're reaching out to Temple Barra, TC Barra, our correspondent, who will bring us up to speed, and he's presently with the protesting student. TC, can you bring us up to speed? Where are you right now, and what are the students saying?
Well, we are at Umudike Junction now, and the students have been split into factions. One is handled by the Dean of Students Affairs, and the other, the President, currently talking and addressing to the students. But the students do not want to move all the way down to the government house for certain reasons. I was speaking to one of the protesters, and he's saying that if they go to the government house, that this issue will be buried like that, it will swept under the carpet and nothing will be done. What they are demanding is that something should be done about it immediately, that contractors should move into site immediately in order to atone for the death of the students who have our code on Ikot Ekpene Uyo Expressway. Standing with me is a student of Michael Okpara University. It's better heard from them.
All right, great. What's your name? Can you okay,
good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. What's your name?
My name is Asiyebuchi Chiku.
All right, great, Chibuzo. Thank you.
I was a student of Michael Okpara University.
Okay.
I'm currently just finished final year. That was around August.
Okay, great. Why are you out this morning in protest? Of course, heavy protest, as I heard, of course, as reported by our correspondent this morning.
We are out because we are angry. We have been lenient. We have been quiet for a time now. But the deaths keep on rising. Why on here we have a narrow road? Because Ekpene Road is a federal road, for crying out loud. It's a road that links between two states, but it is as narrow as a street. Not only that, it is hardly maintained. We have thousands of students using that road every day. But yet the death rate keeps on, it's alarming, it's appalling. It's so appalling. How can we be having death every week? This is some. I'm from Lagos State, to find out, like I reside in Lagos, and I know how we operate here.
Okay.
You know, the trainers, people with 4 and 6 tires upwards, they are not supposed to roam during the day. They have time for roaming. But here, the trainers keep on killing students because of bad roads.
What has been trending? What has been trending on the social media space, especially Abia social media space, has been hashtag Justice for Queen. Is it also relating to this protest?
Yes, it's related to her.
Okay, what about this?
Last night, something happened last night, and it's the same thing because of this bad news. There was a trailer carrying road for building, this particular road, used in building foundation, used in building house. It happened around Susan Road, in this same Umuahia Ikot Ekpene Road. The girl was on the protest line, and the trailer came there and crossed her. Why? Why is the trailer roaming by that time? The road is so bad. Something happened August 18th. The day we finished our paper. A final year student also died. She just finished her paper and she died that same day. Because of what? Because of the same bad road. If you want to see it, come down here. Go to Ikot Ekpene Road. Come and see what is happening. It is so bad that you will stay there for hours. It's so terrible.
Quite unfortunate.
Look at the picture, you will see how cross our face is. It's so terrible.
Thank you very much, Chibuzo, for speaking to us. Yes, TC, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
I
you.
can hear the background, although very faintly. I can hear the background. The students are protesting heavily.
But like I said,
yes,
two factions over here.
Exactly.
One exactly at Umuahia Junction and the other at FMC Junction. And then you have the policemen trying to ensure that everything is kept
the
under
factions,
control.
the factionalization of the protest, is it out of disagreement?
Yes.
Okay.
I realize,
do you have an idea?
The investigation, from my little inquiry, I think the Dean of Student Affairs, Michael Opara, University of Agriculture, I've forgotten his name. He's on ground, right? He's a lecturer in the chemistry department. He's on ground, and I'm sure it's the duty to ensure that this thing doesn't go south and the protest is not hijacked or something just goes wrong. But then it seems like the SUG president had gone AWOL for a moment and surfaced, and the students seemed visibly very angry that someone who was leading them had disappeared, and then he resurfaced and he's saying, why don't we all move to the government house? And the students are saying, no, we can't go to the government house, front of the government house, because if we go there, they'll just get someone to come and address us, and that is it, and will not ask us to go back to our campus. We're not done here yet. We want to ensure that we get justice for Queen. We want to ensure that a contractor is mobilized on the route this moment. The dean wants all the students to come together and move them back to school, but all efforts are, proving fertile. The students are becoming a bit restive because they have stopped every form of traffic right here and nobody is moving. It is a standstill on Aba Road.
Okay, it's a standstill on Aba Road. But I would also like you to paint a picture of the role of the security operatives right now. I quite understand that you revealed that the officials and the officers of the Nigeria Police Force are presently on ground to check restiveness and, of course, maybe hijacking of this protest. Can you paint a picture of what the security operatives are presently doing along that road? I think we lost connection. We will try and return to TC Temple Bara, who is bringing us up to speed on what is happening along Umuahia Ikot Ekpene Road as the students, of course, they are presently protesting the deplorable state of the road, which led to the unfortunate death of a student last night. We will be speaking with a member of the House of Representatives, Representative Simon Igbo. I understand that at some point he did some sort of palliative and the contract has been awarded. What is the status of that contract? That we will be asking him this morning. What is going to be done now that the students are on street? Maybe the government of Abia State will answer that to keep the students off to the street as due to the hindrance on vehicular movement. And of course, when will this issue be addressed? The deplorable state of Umuahia Ikot Ekpene Road. Representative Simon Igbo is joining me this morning. He's the member representing Umuahia Ikwuano Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives. Glad to have you join us, Honorable. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. You're speaking with Michael. Can you bring us up to speed on what is happening, especially the status of the contract of Umuahia Ikot Ekpene Road? Right now, the students are on the street. The student of Michael Opara University of Agriculture protesting the loss of their student yesterday on that road.
Okay. First, I want to thank you for calling me or reaching out to me. And then I condole with the family that has lost someone. My heart goes out to that family and in fact colleagues in the school. That was an unfortunate development. Now, on your question on the status of the road or whatever is going on the road, I would say that the contractors left the site because of poor funding. But I can also go back to say that we actually started every effort about that road way back in 2016. That was the time when that road was not passable between Doru and Okwe. That commuters had to now go through Ikwueke, pass by Oloko, go to Amizi before coming out at Aramalala. By the special grace of God, I was able to meet with the minister then, Babatunde Raji Fashola. He was then Minister of Power, Works and Housing. But he's now Minister of Works and Housing. And after my meeting with him on the 14th of June, 2016, he agreed with me that this road had completely collapsed and consequently directed FEMA to come and carry out the palliative work on that road there. And after that, by the grace of God, I followed through for close to 3 years until the road was awarded at the cost of 13.2 billion. Now, due to poor funding, the contractors left there. But because I've been following up, that's the road I used to go to my village, on that road, I was able to notice that certain parts of the road were beginning to fail. And I wrote to the ministry on this matter. I wrote several letters to them and also to FEMA on the state of this road, calling their attention to me. So, as far as the road is concerned now, the road has failed in many very ways and is causing serious suffering for the commuters, of which I always feel it whenever I come home. And that's why I can tell you that I wear the shoe and I also know where it pinches, because nobody has even told me that I have a helicopter which I fly to my village.
Representative, you're saying this is due to paucity of funds. Who do we blame? Because the masses are suffering.
Yeah, who do you blame when the masses are suffering? I have a duty to answer to these things. I have a duty to go and lobby. I have a duty to go and pressure. But I don't have the powers to execute or to award contracts. That is the work of the executive. So all I have done is to lobby, pressure, and then I was able to get the road to be listed and considered at the Federal Executive Council through the Minister of Works and Housing, and eventually awarded. So funding is critically the issue of the executive. Even when you make budget provision in the House or in the National Assembly or Congress, and they do not release the fund, that is squarely within their purview.
So are you
I can
blaming?
give you an instance now. Hold on, let me give you an instance.
Okay. Oh, I think we lost a connection with him there. Quite unfortunate. But hopefully we will try and reach out to TC Barra once again to bring us up to speed what is happening. We understand that business activities have been affected, especially along Aba Road, of course, here in Umuahia, the capital of Abia State. If you just joined us, it is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM, and we're monitoring the protest of the student of Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, of course, due to the poor state of Umuahia, Ikwuano, Ikot Ekpene Road. Of course, that has been ongoing, and of course, they advanced from the school premises down to Umudike Junction, where we have a splitter group, of course, as reported by our correspondent, who said there is this division among the protesting students. The lines are very much open. 0808 182 6949, 0811 605 2949. And you can also drop your messages on 0906 510 8289. We're trying to reach out to Barrister Monday Ubani. He's from that area. Of course, he's going to bring us up to speed what he has done. You heard when we spoke with the community leader from AKBD, and the community leader reviewed that Barrister Monday Ubani also has been on the case of that particular road. Quite unfortunate, the student that lost her life on that road yesterday. A respected member of judiciary talking about Barrister Monday Ubani. Glad to have you join us. Good morning to you. Welcome to the platform on Flow FM.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. You must have heard in the news how a student lost her life on that road yesterday, which is not the first time a student of Michael Opara University of Agriculture is losing life on that road. Quite unfortunate one. And I can tell you that presently the students are on the road protesting that something should be done. What is your reaction to this?
My brother, this is clearly very provoking. Very provoking that sometimes, you begin to wonder the kind of governance we have in Nigeria. If you remember vividly that this particular contract, the road contract was awarded in 2019. And it was Fashola that announced it to the entire world. And to the excitement and joy, of the entire people from Umuahia, Ikwuano, Axis, who use that road, that the contract has been awarded to them, a competent contractor. They mentioned the name Heartland and Raycon, and that the contract is 13 billion naira contract. And we were all excited, and they gave a deadline that within 48 months, which is 4 years, I think, that the contract will be executed. You and I can see what has happened, with the contract since 2019 up to date. Now, there is a law that says before you can award a contract in Nigeria, you must have adequate finances available for the award of that contract. You don't just award contract anymore and abandon, because our bane has been this issue of abandoned, jobs, projects all over the place. So the government came up with a policy that, look, if you don't have any money, don't award any contract. Don't just award contract in order to probably excite people, and at the end, whatever you are doing becomes a cost to the people. Now that road is like a cost now to the people, by virtue of the kind of suffering that people are, undergoing on that road. And then the date, somebody warned in a particular platform in Ikwuano that particular road, that if care is not taken, it is going to consume life. As if that person was making a prediction or was like a prophet. And before you know it, that this particular student, innocent, final year student, that parents must have, wasted so much money in bringing up from primary school to secondary to university, and the person is on the verge of how much are you going to pay to the parent now in order to probably compensate them. And of course, the kind of governance that we have in this country, nobody will care about that particular family now after this loss. What an irreparable loss. So it is something that is clearly provoking. And I don't know why government they do this in order to provoke the people all the time, doing things that they know is wrong, and they persist in being on that path of infamy. This is clearly, very, very annoying. And I want to thank, of course, the man that I actually attracted the project, and that is the honorable member representing Ikwuano, Umuahia North and South Federal Constituency, and that is Simon Igbo, who of course felt that road, has so many economic, variables that the people will enjoy, and he pursued it, and then got Fashola to write a memo to the Federal Executive Council before that particular project was approved. So if you have approved the project, what is going on now? Why don't you release the fund? And are we even sure of the competence of the contractor? Because I've queried it. If you see the job already done, on some of the this and another, the drainage system, it looks so this and that. I mean, a major road that goes to Cameroon, you cannot be able even to dualize that road and expand it and install a proper drainage system that will last the test of time and all that. So there are many things concerning that particular project. 13 billion naira contract, and of course what we're hearing What we're hearing is that they have released only 270 something million from 2019.
We spoke with Representative Simon Igbo just before we had you join us this morning on the program, and he revealed that the major issue affecting the execution of that contract is paucity of funds, which he blamed the executive for it. So as a stakeholder, what are you going to do now that we have this situation that needs urgent attention from the government? Just before we let you
I've written a letter. I've written a letter dated 1st of October to the president. The letter is going to be sent by DHL to the office of the presidency in Aso Rock. I've also copied Fashola, and I've also copied the governor of the state, and that is Okezie Bazoum. I've also copied the person representing us in the Senate from our constituency, and that is Senator T.O.G. I've also copied Simon Igbo himself. These are stakeholders in the entirety, because it's embarrassing. I know of some other federal rules, that some other government, state governments have actually done and claim certain money from. This one is that we don't have even a government in the first place that is even looking towards that direction. They have not done ordinary rules that belongs to the state, let alone the federal government. So I'm not even looking towards that direction. But the point is that we should all be concerned. We should be concerned in the states we are governing. We should be concerned in the country we are governing. We should be concerned, in the kind of governance we run, even at the national level. If the federal government awarded this contract, and this is a major contract they have awarded for us in that environment, I see no reason why we're talking about paucity of funds. The federal government has so much borrowed money, and they keep on, boasting that they have developed basic infrastructures. They have fixed all our basic infrastructure. They have fixed our roads. Which roads have they fixed? There is no single road today, as I speak to you, as a citizen of this Federal Republic of Nigeria. You can say, I will wake up now either from Umuahia or from Lagos and drive to Abuja or drive to East without having issue on the road. What kind of country are we? Since 1960 we got independent. 61 years. There is no single road today in Nigeria you can say this is one of the best roads in the world. You can compare with other roads in the country, in the world. Go to South Africa. I'm not talking about another district. Go to Ghana. Go to these smaller countries in West Africa, and you see their roads. But there's nothing we are posting. Meanwhile, God has blessed us with so much resources, and we are not doing anything in order to alleviate the suffering of the masses. I'm getting so upset with kind of governance we are having in this country. I'm getting upset. I'm getting so provoked. What's going on? Going on?
Barrister Monday Ubani, I want to really appreciate your time this morning. We do thank you very much. We will reach out to you as the event unfolds concerning this road. Of course, I know it's very dear to you. We do appreciate your analysis this morning. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, Barrister Monday Ubani is a legal practitioner and, of course, a political activist, bringing us up to speed concerning the road. We will try and reach out to Representative Simon Igbo to conclude our conversation with him, and we throw the lines open. But the lines are very buzzing right now. And don't forget, you can join the conversation on our Facebook page and drop your comments. Let's see who's on the line. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Can you change your location, please? Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I have to let you go because of your connection. Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
My name is Obo. I'm calling from Awomufu.
You're welcome.
The center of all this problem. You see, they have been playing politics with this road. One of the sister stations in the state is here. In 2019, when the Minister of Information listed one of that road as the road being completed, I challenged one of you that we are calling there. Said, let me pay for his transportation to reach to that place and reach the boundary. They don't reach the boundary. I have repeated it. When election is coming to 2023 now, they have given contract. They will be announcing they have completed that road. And our representative will continue to say they have awarded the contract. Is it awarding the contract that matters or executing the contract? Which one is important to us? It is executing it. Not people coming to tell us we did the palliative, we did this. When they are going from Ndori, they were going to that was in the past. What are we doing now? What are we doing now? That's what you should ask them. Let them not tell us the story. They have done it from Ndori. They have done it from there. They are going to what is happening, and that road is compatible.
All right.
Yeah, see it.
Yes.
I'm happy that your staff is on the road now. Let them stop playing politics there. Have there not been executing project at the Lagos State West?
All right.
Have there not been executing project at Lagos State West and the North?
We do
What is it that Igbos have done to Hausa Fulani and the Yoruba people?
All right.
They cannot give only one contract.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Let's get more reactions on the phone line. So we do appreciate you. I'm happy that Representative Simon Igbo heard your conversation, of course, as we finalize our discussion.
I don't know who was the last to speak.
Yes, you heard someone from Awomuku, a resident of Awomuku, of course, sharing.
Yeah, what is name?
And of course, sharing his thoughts on how pained he is concerning that the state of the road. Yes, just before you left, I was just about to ask you, how soon are we going to see the federal government return the contractor?
No, I didn't leave. The line.
Okay,
the line went
the network. Yes. How soon are we going to see, if not full execution of the road, at least before the contractors return fully, let's see some form of remedial work on that road?
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. I was explaining that in the past. Okay?
Yes,
I have to explain that.
Hearing you.
It's important. I was explaining that in the past, I was elected in 2015. Okay? And by 2016, I was born on June 9th. By 2016, that road was totally impassable. You have to come from the past and then you address the present. And somebody like someone from Awomugu could not drive the Awomugu. They had to go through Ikot Ekpene or local armies before going to Awomugu. That's what I said. And I know that we thank God that by the special grace of God, I took up that matter and went and met the minister, and he intervened. We were able to do the remedial or palliative work, like you call it, to make it possible for people to drive through that road. Now, I continued with the pressure until that road was awarded. Now, awarding the road and the rate at which the job progressed initially. But like I said, because of paucity of funds or because of lack of release of funds, the contractor now left side. But I can also tell you, because of how important that road is, that I've been writing letters and following through. I'm a legislator lobbies. A legislator tries to put pressure. A legislator does not award or execute a contract. That's the job of the executive. But in addition to all those efforts that I've made that led to the road being awarded for total rehabilitation and reconstruction, I have also been putting pressure as soon as I noticed that the road was about to fail. I've written several letters both to the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing and to FEMA. In fact, I did a letter to FEMA as far back as March, alerting them on the need to check all those areas that were likely to fail, even though the contract was on.
All right.
And I am telling you that it was based on that letter and follow-up letter that FEMA has now been able to cope. Throughout last week, I was with them. And they have started the process of dropping hardcore in all those failed locations. And those first sections will be attended to. I'm not executive, but I'm just doing pressure.
Okay.
So now, just notice that they have already started doing that. And I'm hoping that they'll be able to do that so as to make the road passable. Like I said before, I don't use any helicopter to pass. I drive through that road and I come home quite frequently. So I know the pain. I can feel it.
All right,
I wear the shoes because I know where it pinches. So it's important to get that into perspective. In addition, I'm working hard with the ministry to ensure that we have money provided in the budget.
That's the Minister of Works and Housing.
Come back and conclude their job.
All right. We do appreciate you this morning. Time will not permit us to continue this conversation, but we do appreciate you for bringing us up to speed on what you're doing for your constituency concerning the state of this road. Thank you very much, Representative Simon Igbo.
Thank you.
We do appreciate you. All right, let's move on. Just to finalize the conversation, we need to get the angle of the government. Some persons are saying, why can't Abia State government do some sort of palliative rehabilitation of the road and go back to the federal government and collect the money, probably do the road and collect the money, because Abians are suffering, and they're saying we should not wait for the federal government before this is done. If you keep saying it is the federal government road, it is the federal road, then this suffering might last till only who knows when. Anyways, joining me this morning is the Honorable Commissioner for Information in Abia State, Chief John Okiyikalu, to bring us up to speed Abia State government's angle of the topic of discussion this morning. Good morning to you, Honorable Commissioner. Welcome to the platform.
Thank you very much, Michael. Good morning, wonderful people of Abia State.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you're aware of the student on the street. I would like you to speak from that angle. Then we talk about what the state government is doing to alleviate the sufferings of the community along that road and also the university community.
Michael, we are saddened by the loss of Queen. Queen is the student of Michael Okpara University that lost her life yesterday. We are saddened by that. It's an unfortunate development, and our condolences to the family and friends of Queen, and indeed the students and staff of Michael Okpara University. It is a sad development for us because way back in 2019, we thought about dualizing that road, knowing the importance of that road to link us to Akwa Ibom, and again to open up Umuahia further so that Umuahia can close up with Umudike. And then we received the good news that the federal government was coming in to help, understanding contracting processes, which includes that once a project site has been handed over to a contractor, you cannot move in again. And we stayed back and we have been watching. Just like we were watching Aba Ikot Ekpene Highway, just like we've been watching the Aba Port Harcourt segment of Enugu Port Harcourt Highway, and we have noticed that while those projects were deliberately tied with federal contracts to possibly make sure that the state government, even if we have the resources, cannot go in, that those projects are not performing. You can imagine since 2019 what our people are going through. You can imagine the loss of a final year student. You can imagine the pains of the people of Awam, the pains of the people of Ikwuano. You can imagine the pains of the people of Aba. You can imagine the pains of those coming in from Cross River, from Akwa Ibom. You can imagine the attempt to asphyxiate the state, close us up and directly impact trade and commerce, which is our strong area in this state. It appears there is a conspiracy against the good people of Abia State to punish us. But here is the good news to the students of Michael Okpara University. We understand your right to protest. We recognize your pains at this moment. The governor of Abia State, Dr. Okezevi, has directed a contractor known as Pumeko to move in from Wednesday morning and ensure that all the failed portions of that road, that they are fixed. Let me say it again. Last week we had a meeting where the governor copiously discussed Umuahia Ikot Ekpene Highway. He was worried about the condition of that road and what was happening, as if he knew that we were going to have that unfortunate incident we had yesterday. And he said to the Ministry of Works to begin the process of award of contract to Pumeko to ensure that palliative work is done along that route. Sadly, we heard what happened yesterday. The governor was aware as at yesterday. And indeed, the governor dispatched a team that will move in on Tuesday to speak with the students in their school. That team will be led by the Deputy Governor of Abia State to speak with the students and the university community to reassure them. But by Wednesday morning, because of issues of mobilization, Pumeko cannot move in today. By Wednesday morning, Pumeko will be on that road. We are not going to wait for anybody because there are no federal. Abia citizens are suffering and we are not happy about it. We want to say to the federal government, what have we done as a people that all the federal roads leading to our state that they are in deplorable condition and everyone is happy, everyone is smiling, everyone feels it's normal? What have we done that trade and commerce is being killed in our dear states? What exactly is our crime? Are we not contributing to the national purse? At a time we are hearing about money being spent on linking Niger Republic with Nigeria. We cannot link Abia with their neighbors. It's unfortunate our people are going through this, but I want to assure the people of Ikwuano, I want to assure the good people of Umuahia, the students of Michael Okpara University, the staff and management of Michael Okpara University, that help is on the way. By Wednesday, we will move into that site and we will do the needful.
All right. Honorable Commissioner for Information, we do appreciate you. Hopefully, we will stay on this story, and of course, our crew will visit that field portion, especially on Wednesday, to see to Pumeko going to fix the field portions of that road. Thank you very much for bringing us up to speed, especially the Abia State government side on this topical issue. We do appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Michael. And once more, we condole with the family of Queen, the final year student that lost her life. It's a sad and unfortunate development, and our prayer, and we will work hard to realize that prayer, is that never again will a student lose his or her life because of bad road. We sympathize with the students that are protesting. We want to say to them, go home. We are on our way to you. We will come to you and we will ensure that things are done the proper way.
Thank you very much, Chief John Okiyekalu, for speaking to us this morning on the platform.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, that's the Honorable Commissioner for Information. I'm quickly going to take your comments. Time is fast against me. We had to speak with all the parties involved concerning this issue. Of course, you quite understand that. 0808-182-6949, 0811-605-2949. We also have a thread on our Facebook page. Hello, good morning. Yes, you're welcome. Good morning to you. All right. All right, Chief.
To the family of the students who are alive yesterday. Sometimes I do ask, did Nigerians, especially the vulnerable ones, commit any crime or sin that warrants their being subjected to strain, frustrations, loss of life, and other harrowing experiences they go through on a daily basis? Unless lives are lost and the protest at this stage, the attention of the government cannot be attracted to people's unresolved, distressful experiences. This is fortunate and worrisome indeed. There is always a positive of funds when it comes to what the formative can benefit from. There is no positive of funds when it comes to extravagant spending by the government officials. They always get out for medical care while those who can't afford it languish here. It's quite unfortunate. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, Mr. Michael.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. This is Commander
All right.
Yeah, the issue is that our representatives here, they are not care of their followers. What they are doing is on their own, and to buy jeep and resources and here and there. They are not care of their followers. That is why. You cannot tell me that we have leaders, we have representatives from here. They cannot go to Abuja and speak on their behalf. And it's unfair. It's unfair. I'm telling you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, good morning, Honorable Michael.
Good morning.
My name is Ifai Levi, the from Mouau.
All right.
I'm one Igbo. I hear him mentioning road. It's not mentioning Mouau road. Mouau road is under his consequence. So I don't know Mouau road is one of the bad roads in the state. I did not hear him mention it. It's like Mouau road is not useful. If you want to go to Imo State, Umuahia is the shortest road to go to Imo State. But Umuahia is not more time. It's not, people are not using that.
All right, if you go.
Please let them put eye on Umuahia road.
All right.
We are begging them.
All right, thank you for sharing your thought with us. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Michael.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
My name is Godwin Kano from Umuahia.
You're welcome, Mr. Godwin.
Thank you very much. Sam Onibo, we are going to hold him responsible. It's like this our road here. When Emeka Akuma was like to do it, they want to eat the money, but he refused not to eat the money. He did our road. This one Onibo has been talking rubbish.
That's to the extreme, sir. If I may ask, if I may come in.
We are not safe. Let him do something.
All right.
He went there to represent us and before representing us, he's telling us no, that's not the business. Let them do it. We are suffering here.
All right, thank you.
You spend 2 hours, 3 hours in a go slow, just from here to Umuahia. I mean, it's too bad. Let them do something.
No, thank you.
This information minister, he has said something good now. So everybody is happy with him, with the government.
All right,
for money, we're certainly not anything.
Thank you for sharing your thought with us. We need to run through the messages on our Facebook page. We do appreciate you, those of you participating on the Facebook page. Keep the conversations, of course, on. Continue the conversation. Let's run through the messages on the Facebook page now. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm finding it difficult to open the Facebook page right now. It's loading. Even as it is loading, let's see if we can run through the messages. This one says, it's not about Abia State government. That's on the SMS line. It says, it's not about Abia State government coming to repair the road. That let him do a solid road that will help. We are tired of this government that don't care about life, only interested in pocket. Edozie from Mouau. Elect David Louis says, a country that is 61 still has a narrow and deadly federal road. So pathetic. This Ikwuano road is hell. Go to Government College, Umudike, Undoro, Okwe, Ubwe, Ebule, Ekebedi. I use this road almost every day. I know what people pass through daily on this road. Moreover, on raining days, the highest thing the government could do was to selectively construct drainages on both sides of the road. May God help us. Anyways, time will not permit to continue, of course, this program, and of course to share your thoughts with us. We do appreciate you. Thank you very much. We will continue the conversation by 8:30 p.m. on the State of the Nation. That's Journalist Rendezvous. My name is Michael Oni. Many thanks to the guys behind the program, of course the producer Samson Eze and Uyaya Basijimi, and also the guys behind the visuals on our Facebook page, Solomon and Stanley. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Stay out of trouble.